Hello everyone. We're going to work through a couple of the homework problems real quick. This homework was ridiculous, and I'm afraid the next couple are going to be equally the same. It's almost as if they think they've been too nice to you and have decided, hey, let's quit being nice. I don't know what the deal is. But anyhow, it says, the revenue and cost functions for a particular product given below. The cost and revenue given in dollars, X is the number of units, and we have revenue cost. Find the number of items that will maximize revenue. So part A, that's not hard. I don't really need a calculator for this. I'm going to use the older 83 version. I do have the newer 84 over there, but the screen's a little bit bigger and it's easier to see, so I'm going to use that one. Don't need the calculator much right here, because remember, X is negative B over 2A. Okay. And for my revenue equation, we have revenue equals negative 0.25 x squared plus 210x. All right. Well, this one right here is A, and this one right here is B. So finding my x is pretty simple. It is negative 210 over 2 times negative 0.25. Now I come in here and type that in, negative 210 divided by 2, oh boy, parentheses, gotta have parentheses, 2 times negative 0.25, helps if you actually type 2 times negative 0.25, press enter, I get 420. So the answer to part A is 420 units. What is the maximum revenue? How many items must be sold to maximize profit? What's the maximum profit? Alright, now, a lot of this can be done with the calculator, so what I'm going to do is press Y equals. Let's clear all these. Some of these are left over from Math 142. So I'm pressing Y equals. In Y1, I'm going to type revenue, so it'll be negative 0.25 x squared plus 210x. In Y2, I'm going to put cost, so this will be 95x plus 12918.75. Now, this document I'm working from, it will be in the video description. If you click the video description and scroll down a little bit, there's going to be a link, and this is a Google Doc. Okay, so you can actually print this, work with me. I think it would be helpful to be able to work with what I'm doing. I'm just typing this in. It's nothing fancy right here. I put revenue in Y1, I'm putting cost in Y2, so 95x plus 12918.75. Okay, so revenue and cost are in there. For part B, I want the maximum revenue. Well, to get the maximum revenue, I'm plugging 420 in. So that is negative 0.25 times 420 squared plus 210 times 420. Now, there's an easier way to do that in the calculator. I go to the home screen, clear it. There's a VARS button right here. Oh, I'm off screen a little bit, so let me fix it. There's a VARS button right here. You press VARS. Over here it says YVARS. So you go to YVARS, press enter. Press enter on Y1, parenthesis, and I just type 420, close parenthesis. Okay, remember revenues in Y1. That's why I'm doing Y1. So it's VARS over to YVARS, press enter. You get the Y1, parenthesis 420, close parenthesis. It tells me 44,100. So my maximum revenue is 44,100. Okay. So I got A and B done. Part C says how many items must be sold to maximize profit. Well, I'm stuck doing that by hand a little bit because I got to find the profit function. Remember, profit is revenue minus cost. So that is negative 0.25 x squared plus 210x minus parentheses, my cost equation, 95x plus 12918.75. Now you're going to have to distribute the negative through there. You don't have a choice on this. So it is negative 0.25x squared plus 210x minus 95x minus 12918.75. And simplifying, it's negative 0.25x squared. Now 210 minus 95, well, I do know that. I'm going to go ahead and use the calculator. I'm really tired. Using the calculator, I won't get it wrong. The 210 was positive, so this will be plus 115x minus 12918.75. And again, when it says maximize revenue on this, we're doing non-calculus based. So x will be negative b over 2a. All right. My a is the negative 0.25. My b is 115. So this will be 115 over 2 times negative 0.25. Okay. So I'm doing 115 divided by parentheses 2 times negative 0.25. And it should be negative 115 on top. And I didn't type that in the calculator, so negative 115 divided by parentheses, negative 2 times negative 0.25, and we get 230. I got too many negatives in there because the 0.25 wasn't negative, but it is the right number. So 230 is the answer to part C. Now, part D, what's the maximum profit? That means I want to take this 230 and plug it in the profit equation. Okay? Now, a couple of things we can do. I don't really want to do that. That's an awful lot of work in typing. I want to shortcut some. Okay? Because at this point, I've worked a good 13, 14-hour day. I don't want to do this. What I can do is, remember, profit is revenue minus cost. So I could do revenue of 230 minus cost of 230. Remember, revenue's in Y1, so it's Y1 of 230 minus cost of 230, which is in Y2. So on the calculator screen, I'm going to type vars. Let me look. No glare. Good. We're going to type vars over to Y vars. Press enter to get Y1, parenthesis, 230, close parenthesis, minus vars over to Y vars, enter, and I want to get Y2 because that's cost of 230, close parenthesis, enter. So I get a max profit of write down what you see, 306.25. So there's my maximum profit, 306.25. Part E, I want the production levels that will break even, and that's where the fun begins on this. Okay? My break even, this is where revenue will equal cost. When I do it by hand, that's an awful lot of algebra. These numbers are ugly. And they do this on purpose. They're like, ha! I can do algebra all day long. They can't. Let's be mean. They will defend themselves saying, they have to learn how to do it. It's good for them to learn this. The numbers don't have to be ugly for you to learn how to do it. If they're given ugly numbers, they're doing it on purpose. Okay, then you bring both of these over, so you get negative 0.25 x squared plus 115x minus 12918.75 equals 0. Yes, that's a profit function. Yes, you can set profit equal to 0. Solve for x to find the break-even quantities. Okay, now from here, what I can do is x equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And the few teachers with all workout tests are extremely uptight about grading stuff. In other words, they're so uptight about grading it that no one can get an A on their test, even when all the answers are correct. That's ridiculous at that point. If all the answers are correct, why are you taking off so many petty-ass little points so that no one gets an A? But you got one of those teachers, you have to do this. Now, it doesn't mean I want to solve it this way, because I don't. Okay? If you've already watched the video on the calculator solver, that's how I'm going to solve this. I've already got them in Y1 and Y2, so I'm going to press Math, up, Enter. This one already has Y1, Y2 set up, but to refresh you, this is what it looked like when the calculator's reset. You press vars over to Y vars, press Enter twice, minus vars over to Y vars, press Enter, and then number 2, and then press Enter. Okay? On the newer 84s, it does look a little bit different. When you press Math, up, Enter, you want Y1 in box 1, and if you scroll down, you want Y2 in box 2. Same button pushes to do everything, just it looks a little different because they thought they were trying to make it better, and all they did is made it confusing. Alright, now I have to do a lot of guessing to figure this out, okay? Because a profit function is going to look something like this. And what I'm looking for is a point here. And I'm looking for a point here. I don't know those points, so I have to guess a little bit. So over here I'm going to guess small. And over here I'm going to guess large. And that should get it. Now, X's number of items, I wouldn't have less than 0 items, so I'm going to guess X equals 0 for this side. And just because I know the math people can be quite difficult to deal with, I'm going to guess really large over here, and that'll make sure I get the right answers. So I'm going to type in 0 for X, and remember, to get it to solve, what you want to do from here is hit the alpha button and enter down here, and it'll solve it, and it tells me 195. So my break-even quantity on this side is 195. So on this side over here, my break-even, we're going to type in 10,000 right here, hit alpha, enter, and it tells me 265. Okay? Remember, the solver will find the closest answer to your guess. So I'm guessing small, so it'll find the answer that way. Then it gets large, so it'll find the answer that way. Okay? Go ahead and go watch the equation solver video. It'll show you what's going on. I'm going to make these homework problems in 2 separate videos because of time. I can't put up 30-minute videos on YouTube yet.